I hate saying this, but it's true. Spending money, rather, has never been easier, and costs have never been higher. So that means budgeting has never been more important. To help make things easier, tech expert Avery Swartz has her picks for the top budgeting apps this morning. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
It's great to have you in studio.
So excited to be here.
And this is right up my alley because as a family of 5, like the money dwindles really fast.
Seriously, yeah, stuff's really expensive right now.
Why do you like using an app to budget it all as opposed to going like old school, like with an Excel spreadsheet?
So my favorite part of using an app is honestly that it takes away a lot of the monotony of budgeting, which is, you know, looking at every single transaction you make, entering it. Like an app actually just uses the computer part of your phone or whatever to take away a lot of that. So it can look for trends, it can, you know, easily import from your bank. So you don't have to enter all of those transactions yourself, because that's always the most tedious part of doing a budget.
100%. Like, honestly, that's on my to-do list for this week, and that's the reason I don't want to do it.
For sure.
Because I don't want to sit there for hours, like, and then judging myself going through every transaction
it's hard.
I've had. You've got 3 app recommendations, starting with You Need a Budget.
Yes. So I test drove a lot of budgeting apps, and these are the 3 that I think are worth mentioning. So You Need a Budget is the most kind of old school in its style. It's a little bit difficult to get set up, but once you have it set up, it is fantastic. You choose your categories for your spending. You allocate how much money you think you want to spend in each category, which is kind of a traditional way to budget. But then you can kind of adjust as you go. And again, it's going to go to your bank. It's going to get your transactions, kind of auto import them for you. And then you can choose, hey, look, I'm going to be spending too much this month on food, so I'm going to pull a little bit from the entertainment budget, or maybe vice versa. It allows you to feel really in control and proactive about your spending.
Okay, and you mentioned a little difficult off the hop, but it gets easier. For those difficulties, what kind of support is there?
Such good support on You Need a Budget. There's even a podcast you can listen to with advice on how to use the app. There's a book, there's support forums, and the people that love You Need a Budget, they really love it. There's like quite a community where people are sharing tips.
Okay, the next app is what you consider to kind of be the easiest, most intuitive one. What's this one called?
So this is Mint.
Okay.
And Mint is made by Intuit, which is the same company that owns TurboTax and QuickBooks. So this is a big financial player, and Mint is easy to use right out of the gate or right after the download. It has a lot of visualizations and graphs. One of my favorite parts about Mint is that it uses some pretty smart technology to analyze your spending. It has this section called Trends, where it's going to go through, once you hook it up to your bank account, if you'd like, it can go through and look for patterns in your spending. It found stuff in my spending that I didn't even notice, that I was regularly doing certain patterns, and then I can choose to keep doing that or change my habits.
Are there any downfalls with Mint at all?
Yes, there is one, and it's kind of like the best part about it, but it can also potentially be the worst part about it, is that Mint is free. And the reason why it's free is because the company that owns it, Intuit, they may be serving you ads based on your financial stuff that you're putting into the app. So if you're a little bit concerned about the data privacy aspect of this, then maybe you want to look at You Need a Budget, which is paid, or the next one I'm going to talk about, which is also a paid app, and they're not going to potentially serve you any ads.
This last one is Lunch Money.
Yeah,
is what
isn't
it's
that
called?
a great name?
I love that.
I love that. So Lunch Money is made by a Toronto entrepreneur, which is so cool, hometown pride here. Lunch Money combines some of the best parts of You Need a Budget and also Mint. It has the trends that I really like from Mint. It also has the category allocation that I like from You Need a Budget. And it's got a cool feature that the other 2 don't have. And for some people, this will be really important. For some, you might not care, but it uses multiple currency inside the budget. So let's say you're a digital nomad or maybe a snowbird who's potentially trying to budget when you're traveling. It can track in multiple currencies, which is a really big deal when you're trying to do all of that conversion.
Oh, okay. Avery, thank you for these. Like, never before, I think, has budgeting been top of mind for so many Canadians, making it a little bit simpler for all of us to hopefully stay on track.
These are all great. Check them out.
Avery, thank you so much for coming in.
You bet.